What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Mario B coming at you guys today with a draft analysis for a brand new showdown league that we joined called the Sub-Zero Draft League. So if you guys are hyped to see our run for the Sub-Zero Draft League, definitely make sure to leave a like down below. And if you guys are brand new checking out this video for the first time, definitely make sure to leave a like down below and subscribe, guys. Feel free to subscribe. It's completely free to subscribe, so definitely make sure you do that so you go ahead and see this beautiful face and there's a beautiful voice on your guys' feed you know, as often as possible. You know what I'm saying? We on the road to 150 subscribers, so that's really hyped, and I'm really glad to be participating in this league. So big shout out to Starfish, who went ahead and accepted your boy into the league, so big shout out to him. Also big shout out to him for making this layout. I did make a couple of changes because we're doing a draft analysis for it, but he really made it really nice, really beautiful, so big shout out to Starfish. But yeah, guys, let's go ahead and dive into our team here. So actually, I do want to make a couple opening announcements. You know me, I always gotta talk for like 2 minutes before the actual content starts. So first announcement being, feel free to join my my Discord server, guys. It will be down in the description below. It is called the Poke Lounge. Definitely a chill spot where we could vibe, talk about Pokemon, talk about life, talk about all things, everything, basically everything. We talk about everything. Best way to also contact me if you guys want to say what's up, you guys want to ask a question, you guys want to ask for a battle, all that good stuff. Definitely check the description down below for my Discord server. That'll be the best spot to reach me. Also realize I don't have a hat on so you guys can see my bummy ass hair, but hey, all good. Second announcement being, check out the description below as well. We do have 2 other leagues going on, one being the WPF, but the WPF, which by the time you guys are watching this, I'm currently in the last week, about to start heading off to playoffs, so that's pretty exciting. Make sure to catch our playoff run. And then the IBL as well, which we have going on, where we're about 5-3 by the time this video goes up, hoping to go 6-3. I actually battle tomorrow for that league, so hopefully we can secure a very good record for that league. So make sure to check out those 2 draft leagues. One of them is Showdown and one of them is Wi-Fi, so it looks a little prettier than the Wi-Fi leagues. But what I really like about this league is that it's actually national decks, so that's pretty cool, pretty neat. The only difference is that there is no hidden power allowed, so no hidden powers allowed, and no signal beam moves that didn't carry on to Sword and Shield are not allowed. So those are basically the rules. No baton pass, you know. There are megas, so that's pretty neat. No Ubers as well. And how it worked is it was a little bit different than your standard draft. How this one worked was that you had 120 points. You had a draft board of Pokemon that were ranked from 18 points to 1 point, basically, on their viability, and then you picked up as many Mons as you could. So yeah, that's pretty much how it went. The league is ran by Starfish, if I'm not mistaken, and I also think it is ran by I'm not sure. I know John Jr. is also a moderator in the league as well. Just Kurt also is a moderator in there as well. And how this league works, guys, is they actually broke it into 2 divisions, the Glacier division and then the Avalanche division. So we actually fell into the Avalanche league, which is pretty awesome. Shout out to the Avalanche homies, you know who you are. And yeah, that's pretty much mostly everything. I think I explained pretty much everything. There's no Dynamax. You don't have to draft a mega if you don't want to. You know, you had to draft 9 to 11 Mons, so there was people that had a very top heavy team, you know, with 9 Mons. I typically like to draft more just because it makes your opponent have to prepare for more, right? And then yeah, that's pretty much all the rules of the league. Very excited to show you guys our team. I know this green screen setup might look a little weird. I don't think I'm gonna be doing the whole face cam for this league. I don't know. I don't like doing face cam for showdown leagues. Typically I only do my voice, but you know, since it is our draft analysis, I figured, hey, why not pop up in here so you guys can see what I look like and you guys can put a face behind the voice for the rest of the league, you know. So that's pretty interesting. I'm also in an awkward spot because, like I said, the layout was a little bit like I had to edit the layout a little bit, but hey, big shout out to Starfish for the layout because it's beautiful. Look at this logo right above my head, and then you have all these snowflakes down here for the Pokemon. I love it. I love it. My name in the server is King in the North because if y'all watch Game of Thrones, I'm a Stark boy. Let's get it. All right, so first pick. A lot of good things went. A lot of good things definitely went. Oh man, I keep forgetting. Sorry guys, I keep forgetting that I have like this window open, the right window open, and I keep changing it, so that's my fault. But yeah, I'm gonna try to make this not too long, not have it drag on too long. This is gonna be pretty quick. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get into the draft. So with the first draft in the pick, first pick in the draft, sorry guys, there was a lot of things available by the time that it came to us. We were, I believe, 10th in the draft, which is never a good spot to be in. I think I was either 9th or 10th in the draft. I can actually check that right now, and I know you guys don't even care about all this stuff, you know, it's just mostly me. I was 9th in a 16-person draft, so a lot of things had gone before me, like Mew had gone, Tapu Koko went, Tornadus Therian went, which I really wanted. I love Tornadus Therian in Draft League, and what I love the most about this Draft League is you get all those Pokemon that aren't in the game, right? So I just feel like Showdown offers so much more you know, versatility. You know, in WPF, the league that we're currently in, it is a Showdown league, but we're playing national decks, so it's the same as in Wi-Fi but on computer, so I don't really like it too much, as opposed to this where like every Pokemon is incorporated and megas, so it really gives you those Gen 7 vibes. But like I was saying, a couple of picks went by already. Dragapult had went, Tapu Koko had went, Tornadus had went, Mega Gallade had went, and Urshifu had went, and then who else went? I think Zeraora might have went, if I'm not mistaken. But hey, you know, as soon as the chat said there is no hidden power, you know who the fuck I had to grab. I had to grab Big Lando. Yeah, I had to grab Big Lander Styrian, and like, why wouldn't you, right? Like, really, why wouldn't you? Let me make this bigger, guys, because there you go. I like that a little bit better. So first of all, we know how much of a beast Lando was in like Gen 7 Smogon, right? Super big threat for everyone to have to worry about, right? Accents to Intimidate. This thing has a sky high base 145 attack and decent speed at 91. It's not bad at all. Decent HP stat at 89. This thing does get pretty good coverage in Brick Break. Gets Calm Mind. It gets Defog, which is really cool. Gives us our first Defogger and our first Stealth Rocker. Gets a lot of special moves. Iron Tail, gets Knockoff, U-Turn. It gets Rock Polish for potential setup. It also gets Swords Dance. It gets Sludge Wave, Smackdown, Stone Edge, Superpower, Toxic, U-Turn, etc. You guys know the vibes about Lando. Even though there aren't any Z moves allowed in this particular meta, I'm still expecting this to put in a lot of work. This thing's a great Scarfer. It's a great wing con. It's a great defensive mon. It can do anything you need it to do. And with no hidden power, I know a lot of mons get access to Ice Beam, but with this thing's bulk, if you throw an Assault Vest on it, if it's not stab, it's not killing. It's doing like 70 to 80, probably 60 to 80%, but it's not killing, especially if it's special attack. It's not that good. And Yachi Berry is always a thing, right? Like in Gen 7, I used to I hated drafting Landers because I felt that I had it for one league, and I always felt like I was forced into bringing Yachi Berry, which I didn't like. So you know, having the Yachi Berry is very convenient, but it is a waste of space when you can be running something like a Choice Scarf, Life Orb, Assault Vest, which you can in this league because there is no hidden power. So that's pretty awesome. So next, a couple of things went. I figured, hey, I got a really solid you know, ground immunity. Why not pick up a solid steel, right? So I was looking at Corviknight, but I already used Corviknight in a Gen 8 draft league, so I kind of wasn't feeling it. I was looking around the tiers, and I found a mon that was still available, and it's still really good in my opinion. And then we went ahead and picked up my boy Jirachi. So Jirachi, base 100s across the stat, right? With the ability Serene Grace giving us that secondary effects of doubling, so things like Fire Punch burning, things like Fire Fang burning. Actually, this thing doesn't get Fire Fang, but things like Iron Head flinches, things like Body Slam paralysis have double the chance to have those secondary effects happen, right? So not to mention that this thing has amazing coverage. It gets Calm Mind, it gets Stored Power, it gets what's that other one? I can look it up right here. It gets Ancient Power, Calm Mind, Dazzling Gleam, Draco Meteor. Why does this thing get Draco Meteor? Encore Energy, it gets Wish as well, Fire Punch like I was saying, it gets Healing Wish, which is really nice, Ice Punch, all the punches, Moonblast, it gets Screens, it gets Power Up Punch, which could be very threatening. You know, gets Shadow Ball. It also gets Rock, so we have a second Stealth Rocker, which is really nice. And I know Jirachi doesn't always want to be running rocks, but hey, there is a lot of times where Jirachi can serve better as a defensive utility than an offensive in a particular matchup. So that's always a thing too, like Wish, Stealth Rock, Protect, etc. You know what I'm saying? Big moves. Trick Room, U-turn for pivoting, which is great. Zen Headbutt. Cosmic Power is what I was thinking about. Cosmic Power, Stored Power is a huge threat. Huge threat. Unfortunately, Lando didn't get no new toys this generation, which I forgot to mention. But I think Jirachi got Cosmic Power. I think that's new to it, if I'm not mistaken, because I've never seen that. Heart Stamp is pretty clutch too. 30% chance to get the flinch. So it actually becomes 60, which is pretty fucking high if you ask me. And yeah, it gets Meteor Beam as well this season, which is pretty cool. And I think that's all the new moves that it got. But like I said, Jirachi is really great, especially to pair with Lando, having that ground immunity. Next, I wanted to continue the ground immunity, right? Things I was focusing on was getting my Fantasy core, so my Dragon Fairy Steel core, and then my Fire Water Grass core, of course. So I figured, why not get an early start on it? I love Defog, right? I really want to get rid of Defog because I've been realizing a lot that in a lot of draft leagues, if you don't get a good defogger early, chances are you're not going to get a good defogger at all. And I really wanted to make it essential for us to get a defogger because I hate rocks. That chip is unnecessary. Even though we have heavy duty boots this this season, it's still a pain to deal with. And no doubt heavy duty boots is a good item, but I don't want to feel forced into having to run that on my mons that are weak to fires or rocks, So we end up bringing another reliable defogger in Rotom Washi. So Rotom Washi on the squad, you guys know how Rotom Washi does. Levitate ability, so it gives us another ground immunity for Jirachi to go ahead and flourish, which I really like. It starts our Water Fire Grass core. It gives us a bulky defensive or Spadef pivot as well. It gives us defog. It gives us a solid pivot, which I really like. If you guys watched my Gen 7, which probably most of you guys didn't, I love the bulky offense. That's like my favorite type of playstyle when there's no timer, because Gen 8 gave us that crappy 10-minute timer, so can't really play that much with that meta. But in this meta, it really flourishes. I do expect my games to be really long because it's going to be a lot of switching, a lot of defogging, a lot of whatever, etc. So Rotom Wash gives us that really good pivot with defog, bulky. It also got access to Nasty Plot this generation too. So a Nasty Plot, Shadow Ball, Dark Pulse, Hydro Pump, Thunderbolt, whatever set could work as well. It also gets Screens. Signal Beam is not a move that we can use. It gets Trick too, which is pretty cool. You can run a bulky Rotom, switch a Choice Scarf off into a bulky Mon like Chansey trying to eat the special hit, so that's pretty neat. I don't think it gets any moves down here worth mentioning. Let me take a quick check. It's Electric Terrain, which is kind of cool actually, and Rising Voltage, so that could actually be a cool tech which I didn't know about. But like I said, guys, Rotom Wash here just being a really good pivot for us, along with another ground immunity to help our steel type flourish. Next, I also want to give a big shout out to Jay and Trico for helping with the team. As always, guys, those are my front office homies. Those are the most reliable people I know. Big shout out to them. But next, one of my buddies, actually it was Jay, had mentioned, hey, you know who I love on your team? I said, who? He said, you know who? I said, bruh, who? And he said Tangrowth. So you know what we did? We picked up Tangrowth, man. And Tangrowth is such a beast. Like, I remember the first time using Tangrowth in OU, and I was just like, whoa, this thing is eating hits like for days. It doesn't care. It just really doesn't care. And then you can switch out and then bring it back in, and it's even healthier with Regenerator, right? So Regenerator ability being a great ability. This thing having an insane HP stat at 100 and base 125 defense is amazing. This thing can be ran with like Assault Vest, leftovers. It really doesn't matter. This thing is just catching bodies. Earthquake, amazing coverage in Earthquake, knockoff, Rock Slide, Giga Drain. No hidden powers are allowed. It gets reliable recovery in Morning Sun if you need that. It gets Poison Jab. Like I said, it gets a Rock Slide to hit those opposing you know, bug types that we don't like, hit those opposing flying types that we don't like. It gets Sleep Powder. This might be me foreshadowing something for week 1, but it gets Sleep Powder, put it like that. Gets Swords Dance too. Maybe I'll fuck around and bring a Swords Dance week. It's base 100 attack. Hey, keep it wavy, keep it groovy. We might keep going with it. But next I really wanted a fairy type. So as you guys can see, I got my water grass, I got my steel type, and I got a ground type. Ground types are always important to have, right? You always need a ground type and a ground immunity, which Lando gives us both of. So I feel like my draft is solid so far. I really wanted a fairy type, like I was saying, and there was one fairy that I had my eye on, and I felt like it was a steal. I think it was only like 8 points, and I was like, this thing is way too low. I need to pick it up right now. And that's what I did. So we went ahead and picked up my boy Wheezing Galar, aka Doug Dimmadome, owner of Doug Dimmadome. Weezing's great, man. Weezing's great. It has 3 great abilities in Levitate, giving us another ground immunity if need be. Gives us neutralizing gas, which is great for things like unburden mons, where you can run a choice scarf, you can outspeed them, knock them out. It's great for mons that rely on their items to put in work. And its Misty Surge ability is also very nice for like potential hazards, right? Like toxic spikes or even toxic all around. So if we get up our Misty Terrain with the Misty Surge, you know, none of our mons can get toxic. And with a bulky team like we have, I know a lot of opponents are going to want to bring toxic against us. So having that immunity is really nice for the Wheezing Galar. Not to mention that it has an insane defensive stat, you know, with the HP. It's amazing at absorbing dark type hits. Gives us a grounded poison as well without a levitate ability, and a toxic spiker, which I really like. Curse, Dazzling Gleam, another defogger. That's 4 defoggers. Lando, Rotom. Oh, that's 3 so far. Rotom, Lando, and Wheezing, which is great. Reliable coverage in Flamethrower, Haze as well, Memento to help another mon set up like Lando, Sludge Bomb, Strange Steam, which has a 20% chance to confuse the target. I thought it was 10%, apparently not. Like I said, Toxic Spikes, which is great. Corrosive Gas, which is a very interesting item. You know, it removes the other opponent's knockoff. It's like knockoff but without the damage, right? Hidden powers aren't allowed. But yeah, pretty much Wheezing gonna be our defensive pivot this week. I really like this wall core, right? We have this wall core of Tangrowth and Wheezing and Rotom, which is really nice. I really dig it. I really like it. And then a lot of reliable defog, right? So that's pretty neat. Next, I knew that I wanted like a really nice pivot, and like I said, also wanted to work on the other core, which is fighting, dark, psychic, right? That's the core as well. So I have my psychic type already. I wanted a dark type. Definitely going down the road, I was looking at like Zoroark mostly, because if you guys see, my team kind of lacks special attackers at the moment. Like you can see that my Jirachi's kind of like both, but typically Serene Grace, you want Iron Head. Lando is typically running offensive unless you want to be cheeky and run like a special set. Rotom is special. Tangrowth is kind of physical, but it's not known for its offensive prowess, and so is Wheezing, right? So next we went ahead, and this doesn't help the situation, but we picked up Hitmontop as the next mon. So Hitmontop What it did for us is it gave us another form of hazard removal in rapid spin, right? But it also gave us intimidate, which is really nice. Intimidate is always good, getting that -1 attack on opponents. Playing a lot of EGC myself, I have learned how good intimidate really is, and this thing can shut down things like Excadrill. This thing, which actually Excadrill is a huge threat for my team, and we play in week 1, so that should be interesting. But like I'm saying, Excadrill, look, Mold Breaker Excadrill puts in work against my team. So this thing can help with that. This thing gets rapid spin. This thing also gets an insane defense and especially defensive stats, so it's another bulky mon that can do big damage in return. Don't ever sleep on the technician ability. This thing is powerful with like Mach Punch, Fake Out, Bullet Punch, whatever else it needs. A curse set could work as well. It gets Earthquake, it gets low high jump kick. I didn't know it got that. Pursuit, of course, is not allowed, unfortunately. Sucker Punch, it got triple axle. I don't need to say anymore. Shout out to the homie D-Ray. He smacked somebody with the him on top. He smacked someone with the him on top the other day. So let's go. Oh. You guys didn't see that. Let's go ahead and start focusing in on our next mon. So our next mon is someone that you guys have heard a lot of hype around. You guys have known about this guy all generation. I'm not sure if he'll do the same in this particular format, but he is a murder in the Gen 8 format, and that's gonna be my boy, the Vanilla Cone, Vanillux. So Vanillux here is something special, definitely something special. So we know it's so good because of its ability to like spam Blizzard, right? Getting off like 20-30% even on a resisted mon, and you're still gonna chip it down with hail. So it's pretty efficient. Its speed tier is not the best in this meta, I'll give it that, but hey, like I said, spamming Blizzard is very useful. It gets access to freeze dry as well in order to hit those water types. Base 110 special attack is it's all right. It's not bad at all. But like I said, spamming Blizzards is where it's at. It also gets access to Aurora Bell, which is nice for our team, giving access to things like Nasty Plot Rotom, Stored Power Jirachi, Swords Dance Lando with no Ice Beam. Bang. So pretty much a lot of utility, a lot of offense coming from Vanillux. Hopefully it can put in the work against our opponents, and I'm really looking forward to it. It gets good coverage and Flash Cannon as well. What else does it get? It gets Autotomized if we need a speed boost. Aurora Bell, like I said. Ice Shard for good priority, it's not bad. Also gets screens, gets Iron Defense, which is very interesting actually, and taunts and Weather Ball. That's interesting actually. I didn't know it got that. So yeah guys, pretty cool mon in Vanillux, and I'm really excited to use it. And it also gives us another special attacker, which is nice. Next, I wanted to get another special attacker. I wanted to get a powerful one. I've never used this Pokemon before. Bop, Porygon Z. Porygon Z, right? This thing, I was doing some calcs with this thing. This thing is murder. This thing's a straight murder. Porygon Z is an interesting mon with the adaptability ability. You know, its stab gets 2 times its effect times 1 I keep hitting this mic, as opposed to 1.5. It also gets access to download, where when you switch in, you'll either get a +1 in special attack or +1 in physical attack. I know there's a way that you can EV it as well, so that you always get the special attack, so I'm gonna definitely look into that. And it also gets the ability Analytic, which we might not use as much, but could come in handy maybe if we had go with like a Trick Room min speed route, but I still don't think it'll put in that much work. So adaptability and download is what we're looking at. Tri Attack is super spammable. It will do 2 times damage as opposed to the 1.5 from stab. It gets access to Dark Pulse, Discharge, Ice Beam. You know, Bolt Beam is mostly what you're running most of the time. A Nasty Plot set could go crazy. Shadow Ball to hit those ghost types that don't want to take your normal stab. Thunderbolt, like I was saying. Trick Room, Trick as well, which is always nice. Trick is always nice, definitely. And yeah guys, hopefully this thing can pick up a couple kills this season. I'm very interested to use it. So Next mon on the squad, I believe I was looking at the squad and I was thinking, hey, what I need is very, very balanced at the moment, right? I really needed a dark type. So I was looking at the board. I was also looking at my speed tiers, because if you look at my speed tiers, they're not the best. They're really not the best, actually. But yeah, so you can see it goes from, like, I think my fastest being Porygon Z, and then Jirachi, then Porygon Z, then Lando, then Rotom Wash, then Vanillux, then Hitmontop, then Weezing Tangrowth, right? Not the best, so I definitely wanted something fast, and I wanted a dark type. I really wanted to grab Zoroark, but it got sniped, so that left me with one option. Bang, bang, bang. Shout out to the homie Catsby. Bang! Alolan Persian Alola, and I love me some Alolan Persian. This thing is so bulky. With its fur coat ability, it is super bulky. This is like times 240 times 2, that's what, 480, right? Now look at this defensive stat, 480, right? 480. We don't want to take one of these. Okay, we'll go right here. Look, this is base 180. Look at that. That's almost an Aggron with max defense, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure I'm doing the math right. 480, and it's still more. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. This thing can be super bulky. It's super fast. Fur coat is a cool ability. It also gets Technician. What is this? Speed is... Oh, I didn't know that. Rattled is cool, actually. I never knew that about that ability, but Technician, like I was saying, guys, super could be useful. This thing does have a higher special attack than it does physical attack, but it's mostly ran physical. It has Parting Shot, knockoff. As you guys can see right here, it gets Fake Out as well, good priority, knockoff. It gets Lash Out this generation, which would be cool against actually that could be cool, like a Rattled Lash Out set could be pretty cool. It gets Nasty Plot, it gets Play Rough, Power Jam, Seed Bomb, Shadow Ball, Shadow Claw, Switcheroo, Taunt, Thunderbolt, and U-Turn, which is super cool. Probably going to be wanting to run Parting Shot, but hey, that's always cool as well. So Persian gave us that base 115 tier, which I really like, and it just helps us out overall with a lot of utility, which I really like. So next, the homie was like, hey, you know what, this pick is only 2 points and it's really good on your squad. So I was like, hey, fuck it, let's grab it. Bang bang bang. My boy Chuckle, aka the Shuckle. Shuckle. Ah, Shuckle, so much potential, Shuckle, with your base 230 defenses but weak HP stat. Shuckle, all Shuckle's here to do is get up Sticky Webs. Sticky Web, Stealth Rock. Don't get spikes, right? Don't get spikes, but this thing is pretty cool. I mean, all I know is Shuckle to do is Sticky Web and Stealth Rock, but hey, with my creative mind, I might be able to get it to do something this season. Like I said, mostly just a spike, a reliable Stealth Rock and a reliable Sticky Webber, so that if I don't want to bring Lando, Jirachi, or yeah, Lando, Jirachi are my only 2 spikers, besides Toxic Spikes from Weezing. I can always bring Shuckle and bring some rocks, you know, and it might have to happen because honestly, I don't feel like I want to run rocks on Jirachi or Lando too much this season. But one thing I do know for sure, if I don't bring rocks, I'm keeping them the fuck off my side of the field. They are not staying there. And I know this video is lasting longer than I wanted, so I'm going to go ahead and speed up to my last pick, which luckily enough, I was able to get. I was able to wait long enough, and I picked up Mega Charizard X. Yo, Mega Charizard X. Look at this fucking squad. It's beast as fuck. Mega Charizard X with the Tough Claws ability, of course, giving our physical moves a 2.0 boost. I believe that's how it works. But I love me some Charizard, man. Base attack of 130 and special attack of 130. This thing can be ran physical or special. It don't matter. Got Dragon Dance. It gets Scorching Sands now, which is crazy. Another Defogger if we need it. It gets Reliable Recovery in Roost. Dragon Dance. It got Dual Wing Beat this season. Earthquake as well. Flame Charge if we need an extra speed boost for some type of reason. We don't want to run Dragon Dance. It gets Hurricane as well for a special set. It gets Overheat, Power Up Punch, Rock Slide, Scorching Sands, like I said, They get Steel Wing too. You worried about fairies? Don't be, bro. Get up a Dragon Dance and hit it with a Steel Wing. Get up a Swords Dance and do it with a Steel Wing. With my boy Chuckle? Come on, stop being silly. Weather Ball. Weather Ball's sick, actually. You have a water type move with Rain Dance if I want to set up a Rain Dance with Persian or something. I also have Sunny Day support from my Persian. Persian gets Sunny Day and is base 115. So if we get up Sun and we get Charizard and start clicking Fire Punch, boy, it's over. But guys, that is the squad. Down below y'all see the Happy Valley Hariyamas. Unfortunately, I couldn't have my logo on here. I really wish I actually would have put my logo. So actually I can. I'll put my logo. I'll put my logo in post editing, of course. But hey guys, if you guys do enjoy this team and you guys are hyped for the Happy Valley Hariyamas run in the Sub-Zero Draft League, make sure to leave a like down below, guys. If you guys are new watching my channel for the first time, make sure to subscribe. Comment down below, guys. Let me know what you guys think of the squad. I think it's fucking groovy, but you guys might not think so. So let me know in the comments below. I really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your video to watch this. Appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to catch this video. And yeah, guys, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.